And it's the wrong tree again. How come you are always the wrong size? Ah, yes, it is good to see fire again. Hello everyone, my name's Duration, and welcome back to our Alpha 1.2.6 world. It feels like it's been ages, and really, it has. We haven't played in this world for weeks, and weeks feels like ages when you haven't played in a world. But I'm looking forward to getting back into the swing of this world. I want to get a bunch of stuff done, and we've been doing a lot of Decennium, and I've actually kind of forgotten what we were last doing in this world. I think we just finished the donut last episode in this world, and that feels kind of strange because that actually was quite a while ago. But I'm kind of thinking, what do I want to do with this dome down at the bottom? Since we have our storage system down there, how do we want to connect that to this part of the base? Because obviously the upper part of the base is going to be where we're gonna maybe grow some crops or something. Maybe we'll stick some reeds in there. We can farm some reeds and maybe some wheat. I don't know. We still need to figure out what we want to do with that part of the base. But I think I want to connect this to that somehow. I don't know how yet. And obviously we still have our vault project up behind me over there in the mountain that I want to work on as well at some point. And that's going to be kind of just a constantly ever-growing maze. It's almost going to be sort of like a puzzle, to be honest. Because we have our first part of the puzzle is to get this door open. And that's with a secret button somewhere. I think it's there. Yep. There it is. And look at that. You press the button and the door is open. And look at that. But we're not here to talk about all that stuff. We're here to talk about this thing. What do we want to do with it, and how can we do that? If I'm completely honest, I do kind of like the idea of it being just a bit of a greenhouse area. I think I'm gonna take some reeds up there and we'll kind of spread them around. Maybe we'll be able to make a bit of a reed farm in there. But I'm looking at these torches now, and there's an issue. They aren't organized. We need to find a pattern that's going to work for all the torches. And they need to be in that pattern, because organization and torches. But the very tricky decision here, what do you do on the diagonals? Who knows? Like, I didn't write the specifications for organization of torches. Like, come on, there's gotta be a committee. Someone's gotta write the specifications. Like, how are you supposed to know where to place torches? Like, organization is everything here. Being a perfectionist is such a burden. Honestly, I don't even know what to do with myself some days. There's just too many things to think about. I should start my own committee. I can be the head of board. I can be the spokesperson. I can be the secretary, the treasurer. Who else do we need on the board? I mean, I can be all of them. And after hours of meetings about torches, we finally have peace. You know, there's torch peace every... And now we finally have torch peace. Every torch in its place. And now we have torch peace. I think we have every torch in its place. I don't think there's gonna be another... But, you know, just in case, you know, we'll save one more in my breath, just in case. Is there any more? Is there any more? Okay, yeah. So we finally have torch peace after 2 misfires, but we are looking good here, and it's the wrong tree again. How come you are always the wrong size? Ah, yes, it is good to see fire again. This ridiculous fire spread. I mean, there's nothing quite like it. It's just absolutely ridiculous, and I love it. And it's gone, just like that. So now that we've kind of got a little bit of organization here, the torches are in position, sort of. I mean, that's a little bit better. We want to find some places to stick these reeds. Now, I'm not really sure how I want to lay it out exactly. I just wasn't really thinking about how I want to do this. I feel like kind of along the inside would probably be the best. So I'm gonna put some water buckets, probably like maybe not this block, but the ones further in, like this maybe? Or actually, you know what? I think this is good, because that way we can get water into these blocks over here. And now we should be able to stick reeds just like that. Yeah, so I feel like if we go all the way around the inside, that will kind of create a bit of like a screen up the middle here. And there we go, we've got an infinite water source here now. And now we should be able to just go all the way around and, yeah, just make a little bit of a reed garden all the way around. And there we go, that's starting to look kind of good. I think we can take out these blocks over here. I'm just gonna fill up my bucket one more time before filling in those over here. And look at that, it's already grassing over nice and fast. But we can just stick some reeds all the way around the middle here, and we should have basically an infinite supply of reeds from now on, which is kind of nice. I'm almost kind of thinking that I should put the path over top of these water source blocks here. We could actually use slabs and create a slab pathway around the inside here. That could also work. But I think I need to actually keep the path at this lower level here, at the level I'm standing at now, because otherwise, clouds in my base. Okay, interesting. I didn't know that that was going to be a thing, but apparently it is. But anyways, as I was saying, I need to keep the path sort of at this level here because you need to be able to walk underneath these trees, and some of the trees are going to grow, you know, with enough space that there's, you know, 3 blocks in between, but I think most of them are going to grow to be either this height, or they're going to grow to be the really short ones, and I'm going to have to chop them down. Hat. And looking in my gardening chest, down in my storage system, I'm realizing that I've got some pumpkins here, I've got, well, 1 flower, and a few cacti as well. So I'm thinking these could be kind of interesting blocks to decorate that area up there as well. It'd be actually kind of cool to have like a little area along one of the sides with like some sand and some cacti on it. It could almost be like a little miniature desert area up in there. So that could be a cool idea. Come to think of it, building a cactus farm would be an interesting project to build at some point as well. So we'll have to think about where we want to build that and, you know, how big as well. Obviously, we don't need that many cacti, so we don't need to make it that big. I'm gonna grab some of this gravel as well because I feel like that would be a good path block. And I think we'll try some gravel. I'm not sure if gravel or cobblestone. I could use this stone slab floor, but I feel like that's more of a modern block, and I'm kind of trying to go for like a garden pathway, so I don't feel like that's the best block to build with. Oh, look, they're just regular pumpkins. I wonder what this could be. Glow pumpkins! There we go. So, it didn't like the idea of sticking a block on top of the fences. Fences can be very weird in these versions, but yes, that is a great welcoming person. Can I shake your hand, sir? It is good to meet you. You know what? I've just come up with an amazing idea here. We could sort of create like 4 seasons in this dome. Like, that would be super cool. So we could have 4 different quadrants, each with a different season theme. So for the fall area, we could have like a scarecrow. We could have like a wheat field in it because, you know, fall is when like harvest and stuff happens. And then we could have like a snow area. We could have a summer area where maybe we have like a pool or something. I don't know. And then the spring area, we could get a whole bunch of flowers. I'm liking this idea. Actually, you know what? Summer, we could make it like a desert. So it's like really hot or something? I don't know, like cactuses and stuff. Like, isn't that summer for some really hot places or something? I don't know, we don't have cactuses here. But I think I'm gonna stick the path sort of along here is sort of what I've been doing here. I need to stick dirt blocks underneath because I forgot I actually left this area hollow underneath, which is kind of funny. I didn't even remember that I did that, but apparently I did. Okay, and this is how we're looking here. I think it's looking quite good. I still need to get these trees to grow the right way again. But yeah, I think it's over the whole, it's starting to look good. Now I'm thinking I'm gonna go in sort of like a clockwise direction. So we'll start with spring on this side, then we'll work our way into like the summer area around the back here. Then we'll come around to fall, sort of in this sector over here. And then we'll finish off with winter over here. So I'm gonna need to go out exploring, I guess, to go and find some snow and stuff like that. We're also gonna need some seeds to do like the autumn or fall section. And then we need a ton of flowers for the spring section. And yeah, I think I'm gonna do the sand and the cactuses over for the summer area here. I think that's gonna kind of work. I kind of want to make sure that the summer areas and the spring areas are kind of different from each other. So I think that's the best way to separate it, is to make the summer area like a really dry desert. But I think in order to get snow and also some flowers and such, we're gonna need to do some exploring. And it's been a while since I've done exploring in early Minecraft, so it's a good a time as any to, you know, get around and look around and see what we can find. I think I'm gonna head in that direction over there, because I don't think I've went that way before. And looking at the sun and the clouds, I think that's probably a southwestern direction. Clouds usually go north, and the sun goes from east to west. So yeah, this should be a southwestern direction. We probably won't be able to travel by boat very far in this direction, but I mean, it's easier to get across this little area here. But it looks like we'll just have to get off here. I'm gonna try to get off without crashing it, but we'll see what happens. It looks like it's actually fine. So we'll leave it there. And let's go look around and see what we can find. Hopefully we find something kind of nearby, because that would be kind of handy. I don't want to have to go too far out, otherwise I'm going to get lost, or the mobs are going to come out and I'm going to have nowhere to hide. And look at this, not too far already, and we've already found some flowers. I think I'm just going to take the whole lot of them here. I don't think I'm going to be coming out in this direction too much. Yeah, as you can see right over there, there's my base. Wow, it looks really cool from all the way over here. Gotta say, that is a pretty cool view. But anyways, we're gonna keep on going in this direction and see what we can find. Hopefully we'll find some red flowers as well. I kind of want to have a little bit of a mix. That would be nice, because remember, flowers aren't renewable in these versions, so you kind of just gotta find them. I think this is supposed to be like a gravel beach or something, but it generated inland. So it's almost like a quicksand pit, it almost looks like. It looks like the whole land just kind of shifted down. Very weird sight to behold. Honestly, I kind of forgot what it's like to have the first night in these versions. It's been a while since I've been just starting out from scratch again, and it's actually kind of scary being out in the middle of nowhere, way far away from home, and there's nowhere for you to hide, and it's getting dark, and you don't have a house. It's a very strange feeling. I'm seeing a lot of yellow flowers though, so I've been more biased towards picking up the red ones because I have a lot of yellow ones already. It is quite dark now. Status update. I've been fighting a lot of mobs trying to stay alive here. And yeah. Now I've got a skeleton to deal with. Trying to not get hit here because these guys do quite a bit of damage. There we go, look at that. Not even hit once. But I think I'm going to set up a quick beacon here, because I'm going to set up a little outpost over here, because I'm kind of out in the middle of nowhere, and I want to have a little bit of a spot to, you know, call home for the night, because I don't think I can really go too much farther with all these mobs around. And look at that, I can even water bucket off the top. So I think I'm going to set up a small little outpost. I'm just going to dig a little hidey hole in the ground here. Because, yeah, the mobs are just crazy. Although they seem to have loosened up a little bit. Or they're all over there now. I don't know what it is about deserts, but they seem to spawn a lot in deserts. There's a good chance I'll have a few of these little hidey hole things too, because I don't know how far out I'm gonna have to go before I find something like a snow biome, or, you know, maybe a few more flowers, but I basically have enough flowers here. Maybe I'll leave them in a chest over here for now, and on my way back I'll pick them up. That way I don't have to carry them with me all the way, and maybe I'll find some more stuff as I go further out that's maybe more interesting, who knows. But I also put a furnace down here too, that way I can smelt up some of the food that I get along the way. After all, I am using up food as I go, because these mobs have been, yeah, just a bit of a pain, really. But if we take a look outside, I mean, it's not too bad. They all seem to be keeping their distance. I think putting this torch down is making quite a bit of a difference. They don't seem to want to come as close. I'm also leaving a little bit of wood and stone and a bit of food in here as well, because you never know when these types of resources will come in handy. And there's a creeper there, and I just saw another one earlier go by, so there's at least 2 creepers right outside my door. I hear a zombie. This is not going to be very easy to get out of here, that's for sure. And I'm down in a hole, so I can't even really see what's around me. So we're just gonna have to make a run for it, and there's a pretty good chance that there's just gonna be a bunch of creeper holes around here. In fact, it's actually, I just saw the moon just go down past there, so I think I'm gonna make a run for it. Oh! Got him. Perfect. And you can stay in there. Look at that. Nice and easy. It's so much different fighting mobs in single player, it's crazy. It's so much easier. Like, they can't hit you first. You can always hit them first, and you can't do that in multiplayer. The only ones that still get me in single player are usually the spiders. They somehow, those jump attacks are just, they are good. They are good, those spiders, I'll tell ya. But I think since we're on the edge of kind of a large mass of water here, I can see water beyond this kind of island. I think there's a bit of an island here. It's sort of hard to tell from this view, but I think it's probably a good idea to craft up a boat and just keep on going. I've been setting up these little beacons along the way here, so I'm hoping that I'm not going to get too lost the further I go out here. Oh, look, pumpkins. I didn't even notice that as I was walking through here, but yeah, I'm hoping I don't get too lost. I'm kind of heading in the same direction, but I've been seeing a lot of desert, so I'm kind of worried that I might be going in the wrong direction for finding snowy biomes. So we'll have to see. We might not find a snow biome this episode, but I'm definitely going to pick up these pumpkins because, yeah, those are pretty rare. You can't regrow pumpkins, so once you find them, then you have to hold on to them. I mean, I don't mind taking a little detour for a second here. I see like 2 different clumps of clay right here, so don't mind if I do. I'm just going to stop and pick this up. Wow! Is this really all one clump? That is actually a pretty big chunk of clay. But it looks like we're going to be staying the night here in this little cove here. I think I'm going to call it Clay Cove, because look at this. That's crazy. In fact, I think we got to make that official. So let's just quickly make ourselves a quick sign. I don't even know if I want to mine up all this clay then, if I'm going to name it and everything. Maybe I'll leave a little bit. But we'll call it Clay Cove. And we're going to make a small little beacon here as well. There's one just across the lake over here. And yeah, that's where we have to go back home again. But I'm going to quickly make a beacon before it gets dark out, because I want to make another shelter again over here. But here we go, we have another hidey hole in Clay Cove here. We've got a little flower inside here, you know, to bring the outside inside, because we're in a little hole in the ground here. And we've got a little utility area here, you know, furnace, crafting table, all you could ever need. I'm not going to put a chest here because, well, I left one at the other one. And I'm starting to get a little low on wood, and I want to conserve. Oh, yeah. Good morning, world. Good morning, zombie. Good morning, spider. Good morning, spider up there. We are here in Clay Cove. And there's a spider! Ah! No! 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 Please don't. Please don't. Please don't die all the way out here. Oh man, I thought I was going to die all the way out here. That would have been the end of me. That would have been the end of all of my stuff, because I don't know if I'd be able to make it all the way back out here again. Wow, okay, well, I don't really have any more food. I'm kind of stuck out here. I don't think I'm going to make it back for the end of the episode. Like, the plan was to get back and keep working on the dome, but I think we just gotta keep on going till we find the snow biome. I don't think we're gonna be able to make it back in time. But let's get out here and hope for the best. We can hit the spider perhaps from over here, maybe? We got him, look at that. So I think we took care of that spider. Hopefully we are somewhat safe now. I see another spider, but I think he's going to be our friend. And I see a couple creepers here too. Maybe we can lure them over one at a time, so we don't have to deal with two at once. Oh. 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 Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? They are in the water, which means that I am saved because I can keep them at a distance with my arrows that I ran out of. There we go. We got him. Everything's under control, guys. Everything is under control. I keep telling myself this, and I think it's working. And here's still a zombie hanging out over here, and he burned. Nice. I'm going to kill this pig though, because I'm hoping that he'll give me, yes, a little bit of food. Thank goodness, because I am very low on health and I need to heal up. I think I'm going to grab a little bit of this clay here, but we gotta leave some clay behind. I mean, after all, we called it Clay Cove, right? Where's the sign? There it is. There's the sign. Oh, and there's my face. And there's the sign. And there's my face. And there's the sign. And we're at Clay Cove. And it wouldn't be Clay Cove if there was no clay. So we need to leave the clay. But, you know, just a little bit, you know? You know, no one's gonna notice if we take a little bit. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab this clay here. Quite a bit of it actually still, so I'm not too worried about taking this little bit here. I mean, after all, oh, what's that? What's that? Oh, spider, why are you mad at me? Why are you mad at me? Do you mind? Everything just makes me jump like crazy. I need more food again. I just got 2 pork chops and I'm already out. I don't know where all those spiders are coming from. It seems like they just keep appearing. I just don't know where they're coming from. There's a little cave over there. Maybe we'll have to go scope that out. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the rest of this here, and I'll leave my boat behind so that if I come back, then I can use it still. I seem to be missing 1 piece of clay though, because you should always get a multiple of 4, so I'm gonna make sure that I grab that so that we have the correct number here. And we're gonna go look around and see what else we can find, and I'm also gonna just keep on going in that direction. That's the way we've been going, and that's the way we shall go. We shall continue on until we find Snowlandia, or until the end of the episode hits, which seems to be more likely than not. We are quite far out now at this point. In fact, let's show the coordinates on screen. We're about 1,200 blocks away from 00, and if you think about it, 00 is basically where our base is, so yeah, we're quite a ways away from home. And it looks like we have a little cave here, or yeah, very, very little cave here. But I think didn't I see a little bit of coal in the side here, so maybe we can pick some of that up for our journey. And after many nights at sea, many days traversing the hot deserts and mob-ridden forests, hiking through tall mountains and deep valleys, our traveler stopped. He stopped and he pondered, how much farther would it be? And would he ever reach the snow-capped lands of Snowlandia? Would it be worth the journey? And more importantly, would he ever return home?